Game with an injury question. Just wondered how the thumb affected you and what you see it, if at all, moving forward.
It's fine.
What did you think the difference was in the second half? Is a bit similar to the last time you played these guys where you had the lead, they kind of chipped away, and then weren't able to come out with it down the stretch?
They made shots. Defensively, we were all over the place. I feel like they were waiting on our coverages. And Shea was just picking us apart, whether it was his jump shot and then toward the end, just his passing to the right guys. For some reason, this team comes in every time and make shots against us, make 15 threes again tonight, like they did the first game. And it's guys who we want shooting the ball, and they made shots, but nonetheless, we still supposed to win the game.
Eddie, when you say that you guys were all over the place defensively, yet they were waiting on your coverages, do you mean like they were using their offense to manipulate you into spots that put you out of position?
Yeah, I mean, they knew what we were doing. Kind of did the entire second half, and their coach or Shea, whoever it was, made an adjustment to put their players in the right spot, and they made shots. Shea did a good job of picking us apart and making good reads, trying to get the ball out of his hands, and he made us pay for trying to double team him, to get it out of his hands. And even when we did that, they did some swing actions, and guys hit shots. Mike Muscala hit one on top of the key. Kenrich Williams hit one in the left corner. Dort hit an open three. So it was like, we live with those shots, but like I said, against us, they make them. We had our rotations, but them guys made shots.
AD, what was your reaction to finding out that you're going to be without LeBron for a little bit after, just getting him back after the previous stretch and trying to finally build some rhythm as a group to lose kind of your kind of center of gravity for a few days going forward? Like, how did you react to that, and how do you guys kind of persist over the next little bit?
We still got to play basketball. He's a big key to our team, but we still got to play. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but we have to still have to find ways to win basketball games. We can't control him playing or not, but what we can control is going out there and winning basketball games, and with the guys that we have, and we have enough pieces to still win basketball games. Even though he brings a huge part, to both ends of the floor of what we do. So it's an adjusting period of trying to figure out new schemes and stuff like that without him for however long he's out. But like I said, we still have enough pieces to win basketball games.
Eddie, I know you said your thumb is fine, but what happened on that play to cause you finally get it taped up?
I think it might have been the end of the second. I hit my thumb on Shea's thigh, and it bent back, so it swelled up pretty bad. Blood all in my fingernail, stuff like that. Really couldn't move it.
Melo, Frank had mentioned that they were hoping to get you coming up across the top of the three-point arc on that last possession. Did you see what happened in transition and how the spacing kind of broke down?
I didn't really see it. I'll watch it tonight when I get home. It was just things was moving too fast at that second, at that time. It's kind of hard to see it, in real time and quick time. So I'll watch it tonight, and we'll discuss it and talk about it tomorrow in film.
It seemed like you were able to stay in the same rhythm that you've been in this building with hitting shots, but the offense overall, how have you seen that different, if at all, from when LeBron is playing and where you guys still need to adapt as the roster changes like that?
Well, we still a work in progress. We've been playing some good basketball over the past couple games, but anytime you missing a guy like LeBron, you still have to make those adjustments. Guys got to do things that maybe that's not called upon them to do when we have a guy like LeBron out there. But for the most part, we shouldn't have lost this one. It didn't come down to LeBron not being here. We let this one go again. We shouldn't have lost this one.
Mel, you spent a good portion of your career playing home games at the Garden where opposing teams would come in and guys could be dreaming of playing there their whole life, and you'd see guys sometimes have some of the better nights of their basketball career. Are you getting a sense of the type of team you guys have now where you have that target on your back, you have that other team, frankly, to say we get their best shot on an almost nightly basis, and what it takes to go against that no matter what the other team's record is?
Well, this is something that we discuss. We talk about it all the time, owning the fact that guys will play, teams will play differently when they play against us. So that's the elephant in the room. That's not something that we don't speak about. We know that. We talk about it. We discuss it. I mean, you look at like tonight, for an example, Baisley, right? I don't want to say his stats and something that we go over that stuff. We scout that, but he come against us and he make most of his threes against us. So it's going to happen. We just have to own that. We got to accept that and just make sure we can cut people's water off when that time comes.
Melo, obviously, you guys haven't had the full group yet. Losing LeBron is obviously huge. But like you said, if this is a game you shouldn't have lost, that team's only 2 wins this year have come against you guys. How do you guys process one of that? What's it like in the locker room, right now? Are you able to wash your hands? Are you able to be in the, it's a marathon mode right now, or how does it stick with you guys?
What do you want us to do now? We can't fold. I mean, we okay. We all right. I mean, it hurts, to lose to the same team twice within a week, the same way, the same fashion. That's something that we got to take upon ourselves and, hold each other accountable for that as players, as teammates. But other than that, our mode is the same. I mean, we know this is a long journey, a long year, but games that we're supposed to win along that way, we should win. And those are 2 games that we should have won.
Melo, you had those 2 shots in the last 40. What felt good about that spot, or was it your touch? And is that the shot you were looking for or hoping for at the end there in the last possession?
They went in?
Well,
Because
it's the
that's the
same
shot I'm
spot,
looking for.
the top of the key spot.
Yeah, no, we ran plays, a couple misdirections a couple times. The defense broke down. We got the looks that we wanted. We got the shots that we wanted to take. And Frank drew it up, and we executed for the most part on those plays. Thank you, guys.
Now let's take a look at our big bucket ballers of the night. Jeremy Grant with 27. JC, our good friend, with 30, 10 and 19. Utah rolling. Devin Booker, 4 of 8 from 3. Phoenix defeats Houston. And of course, SGA, 28 on 4 of 7 from 3 against the Lakers. Russell Westbrook scored 27 points, but his shot for the tie in the final seconds did not fall. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Russell, just wondered what you thought the key difference was and if anything carried over from the last time you guys played OKC and had a lead in that one as well.
I'm not sure. We'll watch it and see kind of what happens. Kind of third a little bit. Started the fourth, but, they play small faster than we did. Simple as that.
Russ, last game against Houston, I know a completely different game, but you were getting to the rim a lot. Tonight your jumper was on. Are you reading the way that the defense is playing, or how is that playing out?
Yeah, I just read. I can do, I just read the game. I can score any level. I'm not really worried about getting to the paint every single time. It's not going to be there all the time. So I just read and take shots when they're there.
Russ, you've talked kind of throughout the early part of the season about needing to learn, or not needing to, but figuring out the ways to adjust your game to accommodate LeBron and vice versa. Is there a little bit of whiplash of not having him for a couple games last week, then he comes back, and then tonight what's that like for you?
You just got to figure it out. Simple as that. You can't really do much about it. You got to figure out best way to play, for the team, and figure out the best way to be able to be effective while on the floor.
Russ, no one's going to feel sorry for the Lakers. You guys have a target on your back. You guys have, this historic collection of talent. But what's it really like being a player and having all these new players trying to come together with guys going in and out of the lineup seemingly on a nightly basis.
You know, it's interesting, but you know, I'm always I'm a person that you just play the cards you dealt. So whatever it is, whatever that's available, that's we work with. We haven't had our full team one time, not even close actually. So we just gotta take whatever it is that we have and make the best out of it and compete to the best of our ability.
Russ, what'd you make of your guys' defense on the inbounds play where Lou was able to get a dunk?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I see it.
Russ, the last couple plays, the turnover, the three-point shot, a couple other possessions there for you guys. What happened with those two last few plays for you?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, the ball slipped out of your hand when you were trying to get to the basket on the last play? Or were you fouled? Did he chip the ball out of your hand?
No, you saw it. Don't ask me a question you know the answers to. You seen it.
I'm just trying to get the answer out of you, that's all.
No, just watch the game. You seen what happened.